Imagine how difficult it must be to communicate with people around you when you can't hear. But there are loads of ways we can help people with hearing loss, like speaking clearly or using BSL, or British Sign Language. To find out more, we spoke to sisters Maia, who was born moderate to severely deaf, and her hearing sister Annabel, to find out how they communicate.
My name's Maia, and I think I really enjoy doing stuff like writing stories. I also enjoy acting as well, and I'm a little bit of a film nerd.
Hi, I'm Annabel, and I really like swimming, and I also really like drama and acting.
I was born moderate to severely deaf. It's kind of like a little side effect of Treacher Collins, which is something I was born with. You might feel a little bit nervous to talk to a deaf person, but deaf people really love chatting. We're open for making new friends and just being really social. And I have some top tips to help you do that. Every deaf child is different. Some of us might use VSL, some of us might use speech like I do. So we all have different ways of communicating with people and different ways that we prefer to be communicated to.
Make sure you always face the person when you're talking, because sometimes if they have their hearing aids off, they might not be able to hear your footsteps coming up to them, and maybe tap them on the shoulder and look them in the eye and talk to them face to face.
So I'd really recommend just speaking naturally, speaking normally. Don't shout or over-exaggerate any words, just be your normal self. Overall, deaf people rely on lip reading to understand what you're telling them. So I would advise not covering your mouth when talking to a deaf person. It makes it quite difficult for us to understand exactly what you're trying to say. In school, when everyone's all covered up in face masks, I really have no idea what people are saying. So sometimes just stepping back and lowering your mask can actually be really helpful. So you can use other cues to talk to a deaf person. If, for example, you approach them and they don't have their hearing aids on. So like hand gestures, like pointing, waving, or writing something down on a piece of paper.
When you're in a group, really go somewhere where there's not much background noise, so the person can really hear what everyone's saying. Also, don't talk over each other, because it can be really hard for them to hear what everyone's saying, so just take it one at a time.
Reducing any noises around you is something that's really helpful for deaf people. Background noise often makes it really difficult for us to hear what people are saying, so I definitely recommend going somewhere quieter when you're talking to a deaf person.